Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan from Soulful House Nation. I'm so excited. I have a special guest today. The one, the only, the inimitable, Emcee extraordinaire and leading man, ladies and gentlemen, Ras Anthony.
Right now! DJ Dan, how are you, sir?
Hey, good. I'm great.
It is an honor and pleasure to be in your midst at this present time.
It's my honor. It's my honor. I know it's taken us months to get this together.
That's right.
But ladies and gentlemen, you know, his people talk to my people. But we're together.
We made it happen.
So listen, let's get started right away. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I am Emcee Ras Anthony Wiggins. I am one of New Jersey's top premier artists. New York's top premier artists. I'm universal with mine. I come from humble beginnings. Basically, raised by my granny. Rest in peace to my grandmother. Just been a performer all my life. All my life, always a fighter for, talent. I fight for it. I'm someone who wants to see it flourish all the way live. So that's really all about me. My two beautiful children who I love so much. Single ladies, hello.
Okay.
But just just an all-around performer. Okay. That's it.
Now, so I know you mentioned your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Some of your early influences.
Yeah. Well, so my grandmother was she was a seamstress, and she was a woman who always taught me what hustle was. Mm-hmm. So from growing up, you have people when you grow up as a youth, you want to play sports like football, basketball, soccer, stuff like that. Me, I wanted to dance.
Okay.
From an early age on.
Mm-hmm.
And she always said to me, if that's what you want to do, then you do something with it. Make it work for you. Mm-hmm. So that was my grandmother was my first early influence. And with that being said, yes.
Well, that's certainly great advice to get.
Yeah, no doubt.
To go for it. I think most people, if you ask them and you say, well, listen, do you like what you do? Mm-hmm. They'll say, well, it pays the bills, whatever. Most people don't think, oh, boy, I got to want to breathe fire.
Yeah.
So, well, good for you.
Thank
how
you,
about,
sir.
How about music? How about even prior to getting into Soulful House? Because keep in mind, Soulful House is a relatively new genre compared to what's been out there before. So how'd you get into music, period?
Oh, this is
early influences.
This is the early influence. This is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother, once again,
mm-hmm.
her sister Louise, Rastar, rest her soul, was married to Otis Blackwell.
Okay.
Otis Blackwell is the writer of Blue Suede Shoes.
Oh, really?
Like Elvis Presley.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And a couple of other songs that Elvis did.
Mm-hmm.
So every morning in the living room when we wake up in the morning, my grandmother would always play those songs. Mm. So I'm always in the living room. As soon as I hear the tune, I would, be dancing. So yes, I must say my influences were more rhythm and blues. Mm-hmm. My influences was I had jazz influences. I had reggae influences. Mm-hmm. A lot of Bob Marley in our house. In our house, a lot of Elvis Presley, of course. Mm-hmm. A lot of Fats Domino in our house. Okay. So a lot of Stevie Wonder in our house. So it was songs of inspiration that made me want to just love and learn music more and more and more. Yes, sir.
Wow. So, it's funny you should say that because for me it was Aunt Seal.
Okay.
And Aunt Bert. Those are the ones who got me into
High
music.
five. Okay, no five. You got it. High five. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's for me. So now, so let's make the jump.
That's funny. Wait, you said that. That's funny you said your aunt. So wait a minute. So it was grandma. It was my Aunt Pat.
Okay.
My Uncle Bobby and my mom. And mom. So yeah. So we're in the same bracket with that. Yes, sir.
Right.
Awesome.
Now how about this? So at some point you made the leap from not only doing what you do, and I'm sure you still do other things, but into Soulful House.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
It's like, damn. It's like, out on Facebook you have a timeline. That's like It's like it's like a time jump. Okay, let's break this down. So, growing up as a youth in Linden, New Jersey, you know, as a youth, house music wasn't really, this house in itself wasn't really the consciousness of music. You know, we went through the whole breakdancing period. We went through the whole, but there were some people like Tamir Family Soul, Gary Magic Ward, Kyle Small Smith. Those are three intricate names in Linden, New Jersey that really made house I have to say an issue. Because a lot of people didn't really want to party, but they was always going over to the garage and going over. They were old enough to go to the garage and go to places like that. They partied in New York. So bringing that force of nature back to Linden, New Jersey was like, I was going to clubs just around the way. And it was like top 40.
Right.
Or it was like songs like, Maria, love, like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was. Okay, TKA and stuff like that. Lisette Melendez. Sure. It was that era for us. It was freestyle. So we can't forget that. So no matter what, it had a beat. It was constant, but it wasn't house, but it was freestyle. Right. It still was good. You know, if you heard Stevie B, it was good to go. So one day I get introduced, you know, living in the same town, you think everyone knows each other. You know, you're being looked at as a young youth, but still in all, you got the people, your elders, who you pick up to. So I meet this brother by the name of Brian Hannibal. Became my best friend. He was best friends with Tamir. You know, rest in peace, Brian. We lost him like 2 years ago. But this man saw something in me, like Charles White saw something in me, was like, you know what? The way you dance and express yourself, now I'm in high school. I'm in high school this time. The way you dance and express yourself, you need to go to New York with us. So Tamir, Soul Fingers, Warren Sharp. All right, Warren Soul Fingers Sharp. Scott Jenkins, rest in peace, and Brian Hannibal. They all would come to my grandmother's house to come see me, and they would be like, you know what, Miss Gordon, we're gonna take care of him. Just please let us take him to New York with us. All right. She thought about it. My grandmother would pull her glasses down and she would look at him like this. She would give him the once over twice, like, look, bring my baby home. This is a Wednesday night. I'm at Nell's in New York City. Underage, but okay. Not getting anybody in trouble. But that was the scene because I had the adult appearance and everything else. Forget about the fake ID and all that stuff. But I had to get in that light. To be able to feel and know what house was. Back then, it was DJ, Brother Basil.
Now, I've heard a lot about that. I've heard a lot about him lately.
Brother Basil. Brother Basil. Love you so much. Brother Basil was playing at Nell's. And, this was a place where you would see Madonna come through there. This is the place where you see, like, executives. It was the premier yuppie spot, but also the funkiest spot. Upstairs, when you walk in upstairs, you might see, like, a vaudeville show going on. Like, I mean, something so nice, so upscale. People in suits, relaxing, cooling out. But we partied in the basement. We partied in the basement where you see Mike Tyson come through there. Like, this is the champ Mike Tyson time. But the focus was the music. Soulful House was being played. And I don't even think people even called it Soulful House then. It was just house.
Right.
So after my nights of going there, I'm still in high school. Remember, gotta get up, coming through the Holland Tunnel, 4 o'clock in the morning, 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm up, getting ready to go to gym, go to class. But I needed it. So then the transformation happened. And it was every day that I felt myself becoming a house head. Well, back then it was called club head. It wasn't a house head. It was a club head. So becoming becoming a club head, and the way I dressed in the flat top fade with the part, everything else. And every time I came home on a Friday, I had to listen to 91.5 DJ Disciple, Hunter College. Like, if you didn't do that, then it wasn't considered a club head. You just had to know. And DJ Disciple, he just was running track over track over track. Philadelphia tracks, Chicago tracks, oh my goodness. That was just the beginning. That was turned me into the house phenom that I am now. I had to be a part of it.
Wow. It's interesting how you mentioned, because
giving me timelines.
Yeah. Because you know what? Before there was quote unquote house,
right?
There was club music.
There was club music.
And really, house is really a type of club music.
And people don't even acknowledge that, DJ Dan. They don't acknowledge that.
Right.
Like, how can you not acknowledge, not to cut you off, I apologize.
No, we're good.
We're good? Not to, but you have to be able to acknowledge the fact that club music was there first. Mm-hmm. And before club music, it was disco.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Right. But let's continue on. Let's continue on.
So now, like, who are some of the people that you listened to back then that said, "Oh, wait a minute, hold it"?
Okay. Wait a minute. I mean, come on, man. Colonel Abrams, rest in peace. I had to catch myself. Mm-hmm. Colonel Abrams, rest in peace. Mm-hmm. I wanted to be like Colonel Abrams.
Sure.
I wanted to be like Colonel Abrams. Mm-hmm. If there was anyone who was, influenced me to go on farther in music, it was Colonel Abrams.
Wow.
Great. And he also, he wrote all his music. He wrote all his songs.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he did.
Know that.
So
we're still playing them today.
Still playing them today. Influences, I gotta give it up to him, because I do love him. Kenny Bobian.
Sure. Absolutely.
Eddie Stockley.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This is the transformation of my life. I graduate school. I take dancing classes to try to become a dance major through Gerald Holloway. Mm-hmm. Gerald Holloway is one of the directors at Essex County College. Mm-hmm. Gerald Holloway, he's like the fashion icon, also as well. Very connected man, and coming back and forth now. So now I'm going from Linden to Newark. I'm going from Linden to Newark, and then in New York, and I'm meeting all these people. I'm still hanging out with my boys, and I meet Kenny Bobian, and I meet Eddie Stockley, and I meet all these people while hanging out with Gerald Holloway. Next thing you know, Tamir says one day, he says, "You know what? Let's put together. I want to put together something. I want to put together like a production team called Pump Nation."
Okay.
All right. Pump Nation. Pump Nation was a collaboration of different individuals that played. T. Mallory, DJ Mr. X was one of my favorite DJs. One of my favorite DJs, Mr. X, David Tabone. These are all people who also worked with David Tabone. Worked with Tony Humphries.
Oh,
okay. All right. So Yellow Orange with the record label. Okay, little history right here. Mm-hmm. So you're meeting all these people, and while I'm being influenced by the house music, and you couldn't stop by going on Broad Street, Broad and Market, and hearing an Omar Abdallah CD playing.
Okay.
This is back in the day, everyone. This is back in the days. I'm talking 80s, 90s period. 90s, like the 80s are fading out, 90s are kicking in. So between the 88 and 90s, you're in between that genre. You have Club Zanzibar, you have Club Sensations, you have Club 88, you have Club America. Mm-hmm. This is the club head house stages. Right. Now there was more before us. Mm-hmm. There's more before, but this is my timeline. Mm-hmm. And besides going to New York, so one day I get approached. This is a big influence, one of my influences. Mm-hmm. I get approached by a man by the name of Billy Press. Billy Press. Billy Press was the manager and director of Zanzibar. This is after Shelton Hayes period. Okay, so moving forward, and Tamir did a party, which was my birthday party, one of my birthday parties, did a party at Zanzibar, and because of the outpour of people that came in, I became employed at Zanzibar.
It's like that.
Fresh out of high school.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Young. And then it just went from there, man. It went from there. I don't want to go off script with you, but it's so much about me.
So let's. Okay, so now time is moving along, and you go back to the beginning, and like from your perspective, you made another jump.
Yeah.
And that was into emceeing.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
Whoa. Well, I gotta thank Tamir again. Tamir Family Soul. He said, you know what? He said, Ras. He said, you might talk Ras.
Okay.
Ras, you'd be a great host, Ras. So I'm gonna put you down as a host of the party. Okay. On the flyers. Okay. Going backwards a little bit.
Okay.
So I would come. So the party turned from being Pump Nation to Underground Dreams.
Okay.
Underground Dreams was the next promotion that we did. So I would show up to the party in like this, like this silver jumpsuit, with a football helmet.
Okay.
I took the face mask off, spray painted it silver, like this silver jumpsuit with these silver clogs and this silver helmet, and I would have a scarf tied around my neck. And I called myself the Silver Baron, like the Red Baron.
Yes,
Like Snoopy the Red Baron. I was a Silver Baron. And I'd be at the front door greeting people. But through the party, I would just be chanting and like, come on, heck man, stuff like, and like feeling stuff. So next thing you know, I get a call from a friend of mine. This is skipping the MTV. I'm gonna jump past MTV, and it says, "Yo, listen, man." It says, "I got work for you." It says, "If you really want it, I got work for you." You got to think about it. Starving artist at the time. I go from high school to the club scene. From the club scene, it's like, how do you make money? You know what I mean?
Right.
You get a warehouse job. You get a shine job. But you're spending money to go to New York every day to film a big television show, which we started out, there was no money. No money at all for MTV. Not one single dime.
No money in sight.
No money in sight. So next thing you know, I'm meeting Jewish kids on the show, and they're like, "Yo, listen, man, we got work for you." Okay. This has been thrown at me twice. Here comes the world of bar and bar mitzvahs.
Okay.
The wonderful world of bar and bar mitzvahs. Next thing you know, I danced for bar mitzvah, which I still do, here and there. But one day, one of the MCs just gave me the mic. And he was like, he had to run out. So I'm just like, put your hands in the air. Come on, here we go now. and the DJ, I'm in Hicksville, Long Island.
Okay, all right.
The DJ's, he's Caucasian.
Right.
And he's like, I need you to do that again.
Okay.
Put your hands in the air. Come on, here we go now. He sampled that.
Oh, really? Okay.
He sampled that, this is back in the day, but he had a little sample.
Right.
He's using 1200s, no CDJs, 1200s. So I hear that going on, and now the boss calls me on Monday. This is Anthony, we need you to come to the office right away.
Okay.
So they put a script in front of me like this. Okay. And he says, I want you to read this script. Give me your best voice.
Okay.
And next thing you know, I'm on a microphone. Not knowing about formalities, not knowing about what a cocktail hour is. I didn't know what a cocktail hour was. You mean to tell me? This is funny. You mean to tell me you get to eat and drink free for an hour?
I know. Right?
So that was my exposure right then and there.
Wow.
That was it from emceeing bar mitzvahs, and now here I am.
Wow. So,
yes, sir.
Which the next logical question is,
all right,
what makes a good MC?
Character.
Okay. So
Character.
What do you mean?
Okay. As far as character, as far as presenting yourself to the masses correctly. Mr. Good MC is not talking over every single record. That's not a good MC.
Right.
Hype it up when need be. Announce when need be. Interject when need be. Fall back when you need to. Let the DJ be the DJ. Let the MC be the MC. When it's time for a formality to be approached, approach it correctly. Look at your crowd. Feel your crowd. Know your crowd. Embrace your crowd. Embrace your microphone. Embrace your microphone like it's the turntables or the CDJs. Like it's your computer. Right. You're looking at a song. A good MC is an MC that just knows how to maintain the balance within the direction that the party is going to. If you know it's a dead zone, you're like an officiator. If say if you're at a party, per se, and the DJ just happens to just drop a track that just ain't clearing the crowd, like, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, right now we're going to go into, you have to try to bring it back.
Right.
You are an assistant and an officiator at the same time. We are needed. I agree. We are needed. We are totally needed.
Now, as far as MCs, are there any MC that you admire, like learn from, whether living or
most definitely, most definitely. I gotta go with the Dr. Bob Lees. I have to go with Lenny Green. I had the opportunity to work with Lenny Green through DJ Antoine Qua, and I thank DJ Antoine Qua and the BLS family for embracing me, because hopefully that'll be my next platform. That's what I'm looking forward to going as far as that's concerned. But you yourself, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Eddie Nicholas,
sure,
awesome. I appreciate him. DVS Ahmad, I appreciate him. Brother Antoine, I appreciate him. Miss Teresa, love her, awesome. There's a lot of bar mitzvah MCs who I really love. My boss, who I learned so much from, Mr. Evan Carfinkel. This is a man who, he's the funkiest Jewish guy I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm going to hold that. We're going to hold it.
We're going to break.
We're going to go to break.
Okay.
We're going to come back.
Break is cool.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dan from Soulful House Nation with our very, very special guest, the one, the only, the inimitable. In other words, you cannot imitate this man here. The MC extraordinaire and the leading man, Ras Anthony. We'll be back in a few moments.
Live and direct.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dan from Soulful House Nation. I have today my special guest,
Ras Anthony rocking you. Yow!
The one, the only. One more time.
Ras Anthony Wiggins rocking you. Yow! That's right.
MC extraordinaire.
Yes, indeed.
Leading man. Ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Goodness gracious.
It's going down.
Listen, it's going down. So, in the mood, ladies and gentlemen.
We are in the mood. We are in the mood.
That's right.
This is a party, so let's go. We're in the mood. We're in the mood.
All right.
You ready for this?
Okay.
New Jersey. I want to see you dance.
All right.
I want to see you dance. Yeah, DJ Dan. We're having a good time right now, family and friends. All right. We got Obed on the controls, live and direct.
That's right.
Peace. That's how we do. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do a little chair dance, ladies and gentlemen.
This was chair dance. That was iconic right there. That's the moment that you will never see again. Wow, who's in the background? All right.
That's right. We got Ras Anthony.
No doubt.
Background.
Bring it.
Yes, we're gonna bring it down and get right back to where we left off. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, we were talking about the funky Jewish guy.
Mr. Evan Carfinkel.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Music.
Go down. Okay. Bring it down a little bit. Right now. Oh, yeah.
How about that? Here we go.
That's like, the party is halted right there. It's like,
Okay, hold on.
There you go. It's okay.
Let's
bring it all down.
Here we go.
All right. There we go. That's all right.
Okay. All right.
It's all good.
Who just have
So the funky Jewish guy. So with that being said, it wouldn't be right if I didn't do this. Okay, so I started off with an entertainment company called Total Entertainment. Okay. Total Entertainment is one of the largest Fortune 500 companies in the nation. Okay. I've worked with them for years. I'm very thankful. Mark and Jared Koch, those were my two first bosses. Mm-hmm. Okay. So from there, you move on. This business is it's huge, but it's small at the same time. You have to find your niche in the business. You know, you jump around from company to company, unless you are an owner. Right. You know the deal. Right. Okay, so that's how that works. So I finally linked up with someone, and I got to do things. Big shout out to Jamel Rankins, because Jamel was somebody who gave me a big shot. But from Jamel, I went through a man, but I was with him, his name Evan Carfinkel. One of the funkiest Jewish guys I've ever. I mean, just his whole persona about the way we attack entertainment is that he's a businessman first. Very smart, very knowledgeable. And you know the funny thing he says to me, Anthony, I don't know why you're not rich, because you're one of the most talented individuals I've ever seen. But he's somebody who also helped me with my mic skills as well. So I give Evan huge props on that. But with that being said, I got to go to CNC Music Factory, which I was a part of as well, with Freedom Williams. Okay. So being on tour with Freedom Williams in the same timeline. Now we're going in between timelines right now. So then there's a period I'm on tour with CNC Music Factory. Okay. Being on tour with CNC Music Factory taught me a lot, because it was after David Cole passed away. Sure, I remember that. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I became a part of that group after. Mm-hmm. You know, and so I was more on tour with Freedom than the whole group. Mm-hmm. But I was his hype man. This is back all going into our same question of how did I become an MC. Mm-hmm. So Freedom he would talk to me and he would tell me, like, and I had my locks then, but they used to call me Dread. Mm-hmm. Deep voice and Dread. Mm-hmm. Dread. Make love to your microphone. You know what I mean? So I'm like, make love to my microphone. Like, what does that mean? But then I understood. You know, the way you lean into your microphone, the way you look into your microphone, the way you hold your microphone. We know as MCs, you and I, if you cup the microphone, you cup the ball of the microphone, then you muffle the sound. Right. Open your hand up. It doesn't have to be up here. It has to be up there. And what makes a great MC? Same question. The way you're able to conduct. That's it. You see a lot of guys hold the microphone like that's an expensive microphone. I wouldn't do it, but they hold the microphone like this is a microphone, and they hold the microphone up here, and they're no, you're not getting the full power of the microphone. But when you talk like this into the microphone, then your presentation, your enunciation, everything comes out correct. Enunciation. Ras Anthony. Enunciation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what an MC extraordinaire and leading man looks like and sounds like. That's right. That's right. So now, you've introduced some of the biggest people in Soulful House. Name some of them, and maybe some of the people that you would like to introduce. And I like to do that on the artist side and also on the DJ side. Okay. This is going to be great. Okay. Tony Humphries, Louis Vega, Louis Gorbea, David Morales, Monique Bingham, Dawn Soul Loving Williams, Kamara Lovelace, Vicky Ryan. Oh my God. I think I've actually introduced almost everyone. Wow. but I've not worked with every. Crystal Waters. I love Crystal Waters. It's an artist, Josh Milan.
Sure.
Josh Milan. Terry. I don't want to mess her name up.
Okay.
But she's awesome. She's on Honeycomb.
Right.
She's on Honeycomb. Dawn. Oh my God. To live, we got to live your life. Dawn, I love Dawn. Oh my God. I introduced a lot of people where I'm almost dumbfounded a little bit. We can go to dignitaries, like even with that too, like politicians, like the Honorable Mayor Ted Green, the Honorable Mayor Derek Armstead, Assemblywoman Angela Garrett. Oh my God. Freeholders from all over. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I'm actually you caught me off guard with that. That was a great one. Family and Friends, don't you turn that channel right now. Oh man, you got me on that one. That was a good one. Because I've introduced that's what progression is. Like you can't, if you only have a handful of people that, okay, I introduce my mom, my dad, my sister, my cousin, and my brother. You know what I mean? Like I can't believe how international I am. It's really, I can't believe it. Wow.
Is there any?
Okay, I got it. Okay, let me go. Let's go overseas for a minute. Okay. El General.
Okay.
General. Oh my God. Matt Cobra. Oh man. Let me see. Oh. Those are the underground. Okay, let's go hip hop. Those are the underground. Busta Rhymes. Introductions.
Right.
Biggest introduction, biggest on-stage performance was, as far as Soulful House is concerned, Radio City Music Hall, Anniversary, Marshall Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
Huge. You've got to move your body, yeah. Huge. Huge.
I know the place went crazy, huh?
Is there anyone I'd like to introduce? I would love to introduce Patti LaBelle.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I would love to introduce Patti LaBelle. I've done the Lauryn Hills. I've done the Lauryn Hills. I've done that. That's all coming back to me. Because, as an MC, we can do all types of events.
Right.
So, yeah, I would love to do Patti LaBelle. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. I would love to introduce Aretha Franklin. Wow. I would love to introduce, I've done the Sugar Hill Gang. I opened for them, introduced them. I would love to introduce my producer, who I work with now, dear friend of mine, Dorian Brown, Cool in the Gang. I would love. I'm an old soul.
Okay.
Young but old soul. We're young guys.
Yes.
We're young guys.
Yes.
Nothing old about us. Don't get it messed up, ladies and gentlemen.
They call me Young Dan.
They call me Young Ras.
How you doing?
Please meet you. Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
What am I doing? Okay, just recently. Miss Melba Moore, I love you so much. I love you, Melba, so much.
I've actually interviewed her.
Yes, she's awesome. Melba is awesome. She's a survivor. That's the thing. That's the key in what we do, is becoming a survivor. Wow. Oh, Fonda Ray.
Okay.
Introduce Fonda Ray. Thank you once again, DJ Antoine.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So now let's talk about Soulful House a minute.
Let's go.
Okay. Where is it? Where's it going?
That's a good one.
But before you do that,
okay.
Let me
Get me off.
I'm gonna take you off that. I'll bring it back. Now, were you ever mic shy, or is that something you had to learn? Okay. Can a person who's mic shy ever learn this?
Well,
so it's kind of
mic being okay. So just like in life, you have to be confident. When you wake up in the morning, you've been blessed with life. You've been blessed with another day to live, another day to excel, another day to look at your family, look at your worth, and look at who you are. That's also about character. If you are a shy person within your comfort zone, in your lifestyle, then being an MC is not for you. But can a person overcome that? Most definitely. I give classes.
Oh.
I'm just wondering.
All right. You can sign up right now, Mrs. Dunn.
But I do. I actually do. I help people with their confidence. I help people with, you have to be. You look at what we do, man. Look at what you and I do. We on our side, we do corporate.
Right.
So like Steve Davis, he does corporate. People like that. Quad does corporate. Jahab Muhammad, corporate. Like anybody who does corporate, you have to select corporate. When you are in the midst of someone investing money in you to pay you, you have to be able to be confident. You gotta bring it. Like, you can't be like, hi everybody. The party's about to begin in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So, well, please, you can't do that. You have to be able to enunciate. You have to be able to, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, at this present time, your cocktail hour is being served. And say it with so much pause. Something so simple as cocktail hour is being served. Your cocktail hour is now officially open. But the way that you are convincing, like, I want to get to that cocktail hour. I got some good drinks over there. Ras told me it was going down. I'm going. Did you hear him? He said, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. But see, it sounds comical, but it makes you want to go.
Exactly.
It makes you want to go. So to get over your shyness, you got to bring it. Like DJ Dan said, you can't be shy in the midst of your glory moment. Like that, every time you touch a microphone, it's your glory moment. Don't abuse it. Just use it the right way.
I just wanted to share one little thought.
Please do.
Is that, like, it's okay to be scared, but it's not okay to act like it.
No. That's a good one. That's a good one. Because that will come and bite you in the rear end in the end. You can miss your moment.
Right.
You never know who's watching.
You never know who's listening.
Exactly.
You never know at the end of that thing, and somebody could be there the whole time and really appear to pay no attention, but they've been checking you out the whole time.
Can I give a shit? Because what you said was so beautiful. What you said was so amazing. I gotta give a shout out to somebody who helped me. Big shout out to Barbara Tucker, because I look at because it's not, and I'm not shameful as a man to look at a woman as an iconic figure. Because why? Because you have to look at, there's some people who just do it better than others. And she is a show woman in every aspect of the word. So thank you, Mama BT. That's my special.
Okay.
Okay.
I will.
Mama BT, thank you so much for just being thank you so much for being a huge inspiration to me, to music, and to everything I engulf. Okay. Yes.
Were you formally trained, learned on your own, some combination of two?
A combination of two. Okay. I went to Alfred Gorman School of Dance. Alfred Gorman School of Dance is a sect that was in Essex County College. I was continuously in classes, of course, living in Linden, New Jersey. They had all kinds of gifted and talented classes. So you had voice. Okay. You had voice on the week. You had voice, acting, and theater. Okay. All tied into theater, but they separated. All tied into theater, because that's where I'm really trained. That's where my training comes from. Theater. I'm a theater trained. But this, I say this over and over again. Schooling is great. It's amazing. You never ever, for all those up and coming, all the younger children that I try to nurture or try to bring into the game, to the game of house music and dancing, and like every festival I bring a kid on stage. Right. Whether the promoter likes it or not, I do it. Because why? Because if we keep it to ourselves, then how can we really pass it on, and how can we accept it to live on and breathe on? So with that being said, I never felt what I was being taught. Now, as I'm an older, more mature, knowledgeable person, I'm thankful because I need all the breathing exercises that we learned. All how to intake and how to have breath control. And that's very important. Like in dancing, how to plie and passe, it's very important. When we start in your 40s, you need to know, like, I wake up in the morning, let me plie real quick. These bones is talking about but it's serious though. I would like to. There's some secrets that I have with the younger generation. I do have secrets. Do not feel shameful in wanting to dance. Do not feel shameful in wanting to sing. Do not feel shameful in wanting to DJ. Just practice your craft. I will say that to any MC, any dancer, any musician, any technician, any artist, anyone that wants to excel in the arts, theatrical arts. The different type of arts. Right. So we're talking about theatrical arts. For those that want to excel in theatrical arts, keep on practicing your craft. I'm going to do a timeline flip. I worked out 5 times a day. 5 times a day, every day. I had to eat. I was a vegan for at least about a good 7 years. I ran track. I wrestled in high school, but still dancing, still a dancer. Go to different places that support what you like to do. All the younger people out there, there's just there's hidden gems that people do not want to tell, and this all ties into soulful house music. Don't get me wrong, because house is everything. House is a feeling. House is a vibration. Right. House is the systematic unit that lives inside of us that makes us want to bang the drum. It makes us want to keep on going. I know what to get. You know what I'm saying? You with me? Now, there's kids out there who ain't beat for that. Right. There's children out there who are not beat for that. But the problem is it usually turns into a violent nature. There's not been one fight in soulful house music. So here is how I want to influence and share my secret with you. Learn all the music that you can. Listen to all the music that you can, but don't take the characteristics that come with it. Find the one that suits you and run with that. Was that good? Yeah, that was excellent. That was all right. Excellent. I get a high sign? Yeah, high sign? Yeah. So, but there's another part to this. Let me just add a little part to it. Mm-hmm. And I think this kind of, you didn't come out and say it, but I think it's there. At this time, yeah. Go ahead. I can't be you. You can't be me. Right. You said find what it is that suits you. Can you just speak to that just a little bit? Because I think that's very, very important. It's very important. Okay. Right now, we live in an age where gender classification is very serious. Like, when I'm going to share this with the world right now. Growing up being a dancer and a person that's in the house music, I almost had to fight a lot of times. Physically. Because if you dance, you were gay. If you dance, you were gay. If you was in the club and you feeling it, you were gay. But at the same time, it's every single woman in the club looking at you because you got the move. Now that's a hidden gem right there for all my young guys out there that want to dance. Trust me, you're gonna get a lot of women looking at you. But it's okay. But be you. Like, can't nobody be you but you. Like, it's all nobody can be you but you. Right. Let's break this down real quick. You have a child somewhere who, probably grew up with a broken home, angry parents, you never know. And that one time they get into house music or get into any type of music that fits them, somebody trying to snatch it away from them. Snatch that. Don't let anyone take your joy. That's the breakdown right there. That's the best breakdown I can do. I hope I said that well. Okay. Don't let anybody take your joy. Nobody can be you but you. These are like slogans I put on Facebook every day. You know, love yourself to the fullest. Because if you don't love yourself to the fullest, who's going to love you? That's right. You can't make anybody love you. You can't make anybody love who, you know, only people that's entitled to that is your parents. Or if you have children.
Yeah. Do you remember your first gig?
How'd
it go? How'd it go?
Oh. That's that man. You put me on the spot right now. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I'm telling you right now, when you come to DJ Dan show, you gotta be ready. Because this ain't in the script right now. That's okay. This is great. I love it. Let's freestyle it. Okay. Okay, here we go. My first gig. Gig or like house party? Like gig on the stage.
You were emceeing, you're going to do your... Wow. Somebody called you, I said, listen, Ras Anthony, you're that guy, you know, we want you to MC the show. Not fill in, but...
MC the show.
But you were the guy. You were the guy. Do you remember that?
I do remember. I want to say it was at... Was that Dolce? I think it was at Dolce with Tamir Family Soul, Antoine Qua, Warren Soulfingers, Dave Sabone. I want to say it was Vicky Ryan. Me emceeing. As far as not emceeing a bar mitzvah. You know, bar mitzvah is very private. Bar mitzvah are very private. Okay, my first gig, but I want to say it had to be then. And then, after that, it really jumped into full effect. I started working with Love House. And Love House is a group. I love you, Chanel. Love you, Chanel. Love House, and her resident DJ was Jahab Muhammad or DJ Beloved. That was at Club Elevations. Congratulations to, I want to say it real quick before I lose my thought. Congratulations to Dip Duran Tariq and also Barry B on your anniversary is coming up. I think it's like 13 years they've been running. That's great. That's Soulful House Music.
Yes,
Soulful House Music. Elevations, we love you. Okay. Yes. But I would say that is the first. Maybe before that, I'm going with that. I'm going to go with Vicky Ryan. Okay. Go with Vicky.
Now, your presence is very powerful.
Thank you.
And sometimes very animated. Is that natural for you?
It's natural.
Okay.
It's natural. Okay. It's natural for me. Okay. Like there's no even. It's just I'm a Leo man.
Okay.
We're kings. We're conquerors. That's just how that is. And I know the essence of the people that you deal with is very important as a performer. So maybe this will help out a performers too. Before we get to the next question, I'm gonna give a little synopsis.
No.
Every artist that I know right now, I'm so I'm so respectful to them. Kamara Lovelace, unbelievable. You know what I mean? I mean, she's unbelievable. Coffee, the First Lord of the House, unbelievable. Barbara Tucker, unbelievable. Crystal Waters, oh my God. CeCe Peniston, unbelievable. Both Dawns, unbelievable. Like Kiki Stewart, these are artists. So what makes them the artists that they are is the presence. You know, Kenny Bobian has a presence where you know he might not dance a lot, but his voice, his outpour. You know, that's something that's amazing. Like that you can't get over that. You know, when you see Ras Anthony on stage. I command it. I just command. It's maybe called animated, or I just know what to do. Like I know, you know, I live and breathe house music. So when I'm doing a house event, I know how to act accordingly. It's like my body just jumps right into it. You see how we're sitting here right now? You're rocking with me. That's right. Everybody, DJ Dan is taking notes right now. So listen, if he take my job, if y'all hire, If you hire Dan over me, I'm coming to get all you guys.
I'm sticking with it. I'm staying in my lane with you.
No, that's all right. That's all right. We're loving this. This is the energy. This is how it goes down. This is fun. This is fun. All right. Do you MC any other type of events? Do you? Let me ask you that question.
Well, I probably do. Aside from,
You like how I switched that? Right? I switched that up.
I do about now without promoting or anything. I do probably about 50+ parties a year.
That's good.
That would be
Corporate.
A lot of corporate, bar mitzvah, bat mitzvahs. Let's see, weddings, anniversary parties, class reunions. So open format. I just did a bunch of 4-year-olds.
Awesome.
We had fun there. Christenings. I did. Then I do proms, like 8th graders, out to proms. Then I have. Let's see what else. This stuff here. I just did a 50th birthday party.
Awesome.
On a 70s theme, so we did it like that. So I have a wedding. The husband is Puerto Rican. The wife is Mexican. So we got to go with that flow. I've done Polish weddings, and imagine this black man speaking Polish.
See, that's right.
You see,
Look, imagine this black man speaking Hebrew. We can do that. You know what I mean? I love how I did that. See, Dan's a star too, everybody. He's just trying to be behind the scenes right now. He's trying to make it happen. But I had to ask that question. But as far as me, yeah, man, I do everything. As far as MC, I mean, the quinceañeras, the cotillions, bar mitzvahs, 316, same rundown. Right. It's just you can't limit yourself. Right. Don't limit yourself, because if you limit yourself,